Hello. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing good, Ollie. Yourself?
Better than Riku at the moment. Yeah, I'm fine. Um,
Well, Riku's asleep. That was always going to be a problem.
yes.
Yes.
Take out all 3 big flower dream eaters to get rid of the thorns. Oh, the big flowers aren't the actual big flowers. That's what those things are called. Yeah. Where are the other 2?
Oh, they're around.
Oh, recipe. I've come up with a new recipe.
New recipe. Cannibals.
That's it. I've come up with a new recipe.
He just eats them all.
That was a lot easier than I made it last time. Because when it said big flower dream eaters, I assumed it meant the actual big flowers.
Yeah, come on. We've got to get back to racism.
It's so overt.
I know.
In a Kingdom Hearts game of all things.
It does come across as very wrong.
Yeah. Now there was a chest covered by thorns. I'm assuming something good was in it. Or else Sam gonna look for that. Oh yeah, if I manage to get Steam working on streaming, what game would you want us to do first? Because I'm gravitating towards Stronghold, because it's an old favourite of mine.
Stronghold sounds like a good place to start, because it is kind of what we've done for years.
But
when it came to
also,
playing on a computer.
at some point I want to do a Civilization campaign.
Ah, yes. Against Gandhi, of all people.
Screw it. Make sure to kill everything, or you won't be strong enough to beat the bosses. That's RPG logic, isn't it?
Sort of, yeah.
Because the spirits carry over between the two, they end up a higher level than Sora and Riku.
We should use this to our advantage.
What are those things?
What, you mean those floating orb things?
Yeah.
Oh, well, every single... You know that whole slingshot thing you did in Traverse Town?
Yeah.
Every single group, every single level has its gimmick, and this happens to be the Hunchback and Archer Darm's gimmick.
Yeah, but what are you supposed to do with them?
I don't know. I can't remember. Again, it's been a while since I've played this one. Ooh, a cemetery. Ah.
Apparently they did a thing for the most influential women in the UK.
Yeah.
The Queen's third.
Right. Who are the first two?
Nicola Sturgeon and Mary Black.
Who's Mary Black?
She's a Scottish she's the youngest politician MP in all of the in the UK's history. She's also Scottish.
Is she that one I see in a lot of those videos on Facebook?
She's the one who basically told Theresa May in the middle of the House of Commons, "You don't know what the fuck you're even talking about, do you?" Spends a lot of time supporting the disabled, the old, the people she's meant to fucking serve, basically.
Yeah. Right, that I wasn't meant to do.
Hey.
Hey. How you doing?
Welcome back. Doing fine, thanks.
Okay. It's time for us to... Oh, damn. Right, okay. I've come up with a new recipe.
I can only hope you're better at this than I am.
What?
I can only hope that you're better at this game than I was.
Did you find it a bit on the difficult side then?
Yeah. It's like trying to find the recipes and all that. I
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
find
Ollie's
anything.
not. Oh yeah, Ollie's not doing that whole thing. He wants to go through the thing without making new characters, new minions.
Huh. Well, wish you all the best.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I didn't need minions before, I don't need them now.
Hmm. I just feel that Fantasia was wasted in this particular game.
It was.
Sorry, you broke up there, what did you say?
I just felt that Fantasia is wasted on this game.
Yeah.
You'll see what I mean. All the potential that could have gone into Kingdom Hearts 3. The greatest Disney film ever.
Yeah.
I only hope they improved it for like PS4 release.
Let's hope.
Hmm.
Haha. Really interrupts the flow when you just go drop out like that.
So, which level are you on?
Still Hunchback.
Also, this is the Vault of Miracles.
Yeah.
The secret Gyp's hideout.
Well, I'm trying to find it. And I think I might just have... No, right.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah. Off topic, apropos of nothing, you know what annoys me?
What?
People who use Shakespearean language incorrectly. Thou means you, thine is possessive, thy is for specific situations where, like, you know, thee is more
You.
pointed. It's also you, like thou, but it's less descriptive and more, you know, when you're addressing someone rather than talking about them to them.
It often annoys me when people say the game's a foot and assume it from Sherlock Holmes.
Sorry, you broke up there. What did you say?
It really annoys me when people say the game is a foot and assume it's from Sherlock Holmes.
Right.
When really from Henry V.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes like appropriated it from Henry V. Huh. Oh, yeah. Another, well, this is something that uniquely annoys me, but when people say, now is the winter of our discontent, meaning something bad is happening, because not only is that not what that quote is, that's not only is that not the full quote, that's not even the end of the sentence. Like the phrase is, now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by the son of York, which is the opposite, which implies that the bad things are ending and something good is about to happen, which is exactly the opposite context in which most people use that expression.
And then there's the quote, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
I'm not familiar, like, do people misuse that?
Yeah.
Alright, explain.
Well,
I know how
Well, it is.
people use it, but I'm not sure how it should be used.
it's like, hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned. It's like, to describe like a woman who has an unfaithful partner and wants revenge.
Yeah.
But, the actual, but I think the actual, saying is, nor hell a fury like a woman scorned.
Right.
Yeah, and so people often misquote it.
Yeah.
But the full quote is, heaven has no rage, like love to hatred turned, nor hell a fury, like a woman scorned.
Yeah.
So basically, don't cheat.
Yeah. I mean, not even for fear of reprisal, it's just a shitty thing to do. You know, don't be a dick. Is like a lesson we can all take from.
Don't be a dick. Hey, Snake said he was going to buy me dinner. He also may have just committed patricide. Don't be a bitch, Holly.
Okay. Right, I'm sure there's somewhere I've got to go that I'm not thinking of.
Probably. He's lost. These levels are unfortunately kind of a pain in the ass.
They are. Okay, map. I've never liked underground segments in levels. Just not a fan of the aesthetic. Quite apart from the fact that they're annoyingly convoluted.
So you don't like Metroid then?
I've not really played it. A lot. There we go.
That's just like totally underground. It's one big underground level.
Okay. Where am I?
I suppose it doesn't help that you don't know how to use those orb things.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pain if they are the thing that's supposed to help you.
Ah.
What?
Okay, I figured it out, but okay, I know what those things do now. Unfortunately, they wouldn't really help.
Well, at least you tried.
Come on! Did we watch the Royal Rumble at the same time? I think we did.
Yeah, we did. Because we both freaked out when Nakamura won.
Yeah. Yeah, we synced it up over the network. Ah! Just a cave.
There's treasure.
Apparently the Court of Miracles was a real place.
Really?
It was really a French term for which that referred to the slum districts of Paris where the unemployed migrants from rural areas resided. The graveyard where the court is located does exist in the 20th arrondissement, the administrative district of Paris known as Cimetière du Père Lachaise. Coincidentally, the protagonist of Victor Hugo's Les Miserables, Jean Valjean, was given an honorary grave at that place.
I see.
And I thought it was just... The more you know.
Yeah. Jean Valjean has an actual grave.
Maybe you've heard of a terrible place where the scoundrels of Paris collecting their lair. Maybe you heard of a mythical place called the Court of Miracles. Hello, you're there. Where the lame can walk and the blind can see. The dead don't talk, so you won't be around to reveal what you found. The song.
Yeah. Out there. Oh god. I'm gonna go mad looking for wherever it is I've got to go in here.
Maria,
You know I am a righteous man.
righteous man. Of my virtue I am justly proud. Beata Maria, you know I'm so much purer than the common, vulgar, weak, licentious crowd. Then tell me, Maria, why I see her dancing there, why her smouldering eyes still scorch my soul.
I don't think it was her eyes he was looking at.
Yeah. Calm down, Frollo. It's just a boner.
Well, apparently in the original story, he had these feelings for Esmeralda, and because he'd been repressed all of his life, because his family basically decided for him that he was going to be a priest, he had these urges and just didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
Like, apparently he cried as he raped her.
Oh God.
Apparently, in the original novel, he was a priest,
Yeah.
and he was actually nice to Quasimodo.
Yeah. So he wasn't quite a manipulative ass from the beginning.
Not quite, no. I remember Phoebus being a bit of a dick.
Yeah. But Esmeralda does actually die in the original story, and Quasimodo just stays with her corpse until he also dies.
Yeah, Liz thinks there might be another entrance.
Ah, there is.
Yeah,
Oh.
Right, I
Because
haven't
apparently
been
she'd-
here.
Oh.
yeah. Because apparently she was with Phoebus, but then he got bored with her and then left her.
What a dick.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bones.
And the thing is, the original book didn't... There was little in terms of story. It was more like a commentary on, like, the Catholic Church.
That it's evil?
Possibly.
Well, there are a lot of people who have that opinion. And the Catholic Church is obsessed with sex. It's obsessed with it.
I know, just ask all the scandals they have.
Well, no, not even like that. It's like, even as being as repressive of it as they are, is obsessed with sex to me. It's still an obsession with sex, even if it is in the banning of it.
I still think it's funny that all the stuff that's come out about the Catholic Church over the years, and it's actually the Jehovah's Witnesses who are in trouble with the law over it. Of all people. They're the
What, were
ones
they
who are
refusing to
basically...
provide evidence?
Basically, they've been sued by the by some, I can't remember which human rights group it is that's done it, but apparently their shunning practice isn't protected by their own religious law because it's not a religious law. They just made that up 40 years ago. Their religion. Basically, they do this whole cult thing where if they kick you out of their religion, which they're not allowed to do, by the way, but they still do, then they encourage the family to basically pretend that you're dead and shun you. But doing this, they basically cut people off from their families and everything, all because the church has suddenly decided you're not good enough to be part of us anymore, part of our group anymore. So they will actually, destroy families by doing this.
Yeah.
And they're being sued by the United States government and by about a couple of $1 million a day for every day they do not cooperate with the police, and because they got a civil lawsuit against the church for victims of sexual assault, and the church has apparently kept documentation of several members who have sexually assaulted children within their congregation.
Right.
And it's a well-known fact that they have it, so they've been told, hand it over to the police. If you don't hand it over, then we'll just continue fining you this amount of money. And at this point, they're kind of in the value of somewhere around $5 billion. So it's more than likely they'll be fined out of existence at this point.
I remember there was this one case where this guy was speaking out against this priest who rapes him, and then he was going to take it to court, but then someone from the church came along and asked him politely to drop the case. And he's like, no, but they're like, but he's an old man now.
He's a what?
Oh, yeah.
He's an old man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, there's also the fact that Jehovah's Witnesses do not respect the police as an actual governing body. Well, they don't respect anything outside of their thing, even though they've also referred to the UN as the beast with 7 backs or something, and yet they claim, oh, well, the only reason we joined with them is because we needed access to their library or something, even though the library is public, that they have with all the information is public knowledge, and it's open to the public, so you don't need membership just to read what's in there. I follow a guy on YouTube who got out of the religion, but he's explained how bad things are. And of course, I have.
But he's an old man now, so he shouldn't be punished for what he did.
That's stupid.
Yeah. And basically, just telling them is like he's old, he can't defend himself. And again, because he can't defend himself.
And what? They're going to use the justification of, oh, I'm sure he'll burn in hell. As some kind of justification.
They say living well is the best revenge. I'm afraid I'm just not the best kind of person.
No, I'm sorry, I don't consider that a real punishment.
Yeah.
I think it's bloody ridiculous.
I mean, if you have a sense of guilt, then just knowing what you've done is kind of a punishment. But that doesn't, like, no one can actually assume that. I mean, I haven't actually checked on his Twitter, but as far as I'm aware, Adam Blompier has said nothing for months. But he's basically, his thing lately was, he's glad he got caught because, and he's walked away from YouTube to actually try and help himself. Like, if genuine, great, but,
he's basically given himself a self-imposed exile.
Yeah, he wrote a piece for The Guardian waiving the fee and donating it instead to a women's charity saying, "My career was ruined by sex addiction. I'm glad I deserved it," was the title. Ian, do you know who Adam Blompier is?
Name sounds familiar.
He's the guy who used to work for What
arrested,
Culture, he was the posh guy that everyone liked. It's always the one you like, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he was the popular one.
Yeah. Now, what he did was basically lied to a bunch of girls saying he was in an open relationship when he wasn't, to get them and sort of coerced them to send him nudes. Which, as sexual harassment stories go, is far from the worst you'll hear, but it's still not good. Like, he didn't technically do anything illegal, I don't think so. But he did sort of lose his job with Cultaholic, or I don't know if he lost it or he gave it up, but
I think it's possible he gave it up because he was pretty much in a managerial role. He was at least a founder, so it's safe to assume he had a high position.
Yeah, so, you know, he... I think he's an example of someone who punished himself, and I think in those situations it's probably alright to just let someone be, depending on what they did. I mean, really, Blompier's matter was a personal one. He didn't even need to make it public. Like,
it's the fact that he made it public that makes it probably mean more that he punished himself.
Yeah. Well,
because he
I
didn't
don't know. Maybe there are those that say he was going to get discovered anyway, and that was him trying to save his own ass. But if that were true, I think he'd be back by now.
Well, yeah, but you know, again, he's basically just given himself a self-imposed exile. He seems to be happy with that.
As far as we know, when we heard from him last.
Look, he's getting his help, or at least he thinks, what he thinks is his help, and that's the important thing, is that it's helping him.
Yeah.
We may see him, we may not, but
But he has actually asked people to stop asking the Cultaholic guys when he's coming back.
I'll be right back.
Oh, he also had a brief stint as a wrestling personality when What Culture started a wrestling promotion. Okay, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played this. I mean, is it even the same?
I don't know.
I mean, have you ever had to switch out between characters?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Because I remember in the last game I had
Oh,
a
there's
timer.
Esmeralda. How did I not see her until now?
Idiot.
Quasimodo? What are you doing here?
Sorry, I'm back now, but yeah, I'm okay with Adam Blum. I understand if Adam never comes back.
Well done, Captain Phoebus.
I mean, he probably will.
Thankfully, you're every bit as predictable as I had hoped. Dear Quasimodo, I always knew you would someday be of use to me.
God, he even still looks evil.
I have you at last, you witch.
You know, she could probably kick his
Be a
ass.
bonfire in the square. No.
It's not as if he's brought soldiers with him. They could easily shank him.
Yeah.
Frollo, I won't let you do this.
Oh god.
Like the one person with any initiative to run at him with a weapon and he gets blindsided. To be fair, Sora's probably the only one that would suffer no repercussions for killing a priest.
No.
Except in the Disney version he's a judge.
Quasimodo? Esmeralda. Phoebus.
Oh yeah.
He's taking her to
They
a
had to
bonfire
change
in the
that,
square.
otherwise they get in
We
trouble.
gotta hurry.
Yeah. Well, I suppose demonizing an actual priest might raise a few eyebrows. Oh, this is
you.
fucking dark, isn't it?
Oh god, this is Kingdom Hearts. He hasn't even got a crowd.
Exactly.
This series doesn't like crowds an awful lot, does it?
No. And he also didn't restrain the hunchback. Did he just take it on goodwill? I'm sure not tying you up and restraining you will stop you, and also that fire won't burn you. And I'm not going to stop you taking the woman.
Sanctuary!
I really should have hired these guards.
Who are you yelling at?
Okay, that is a pretty badass Heartless, to be fair. Well, not Heartless, you know. Whatever the Heartless stand-in for this game is.
Dream Eaters.
Dream Eaters, that's the one. That is a pretty badass monster, in all fairness.
A gargoyle.
Yeah.
Is there a timer on this game?
Yeah,
There's a timer on the bottom just by the health bar that's basically your drop rate, your drop level, and once it reaches zero,
okay.
Sora falls asleep.
Oh, so they still have that in the game.
Yeah. It's a pretty annoying device, to be honest, but you have items to the drop me not items do sort of, you know, prevent it, or at least postpone it.
Yeah, they keep the sleep at bay for a while. Consider it like an energy drink.
No, cure. Ah, damn it. So this is a pretty tough boss.
Maybe if he'd made some new familiars.
I put all of the items I could into Pancake to boost his level.
Bat. Yeah, but you know you can make other things other than a bat and a cat.
That's not a
You named
cat.
your bat.
Well, whatever it is.
You named your bat Pancake.
Yeah.
He named one Bruce.
Yeah, that was also a bat.
I called mine Bruce.
Oh God.
I named
Oh, come on,
Pancake
look.
after what I think will become of him in battle.
Oh well, we were all thinking it.
Yeah. that we were. Well, I named my first bat Bruce, so we were all thinking it. Oh, bug it. Go. No. No. Ah! Garb!
God. I miss some of the things we've invented.
Yeah. Like, for some reason we imagined GARB is what Vince McMahon shouts whenever he's really, really angry. Over
Mainly
something
at
kind of
TNA.
unreasonable. Like, and he, because there was a time when, while Zack Ryder was still selling merch, they banned some of his merchandise. I feel bad for Zack Ryder.
Yeah, they banned the. They banned. They
Take care,
banned
spike
the.
your hair.
Yeah, because of the association with Spike TV.
And therefore TNA. Which is a fucking tenuous link.
Yeah, it is a very
The word
tenuous link.
Spike, which is associated with Spike TV and therefore TNA. Spike? Spike! Spike TV! TNA! GAR!
I thought you were going to say Spike Dudley.
Well, I would have thought of Spike Dudley first, to be honest. Oh, crap.
Oh God, Spike Dudley, that tape brings me back. Brother runs.
Oh, Dudleyville.
Why didn't I have potions on? Oh, okay.
Remember the old Ian? Remember the old SmackDown adverts for the games?
Oh yeah.
Remember the SmackDown 2 one where Kurt Angle just constantly injures people? He runs over that guy's foot with his car. He just seems completely oblivious to all the shit he's causing. So like he throws his bags into a guy, knocks him over, steals a donut, knocks the guy off a ladder, and steals a married couple's room.
Yeah.
Can I get a hotel room? Sorry, no vacancies. Oh, that's okay. I'll take theirs. Here come my fans, and there's an angry mob coming after him as he gets into the elevator.
I remember one with The Rock.
I should have known you'd risk
That was a
your life
SmackDown
to
1
save
where that people are where he's just entering the hotel and everything, and just everything you do when you sign up to get in a hotel, and there's wrestling happening in the
I'm
background.
going to do what I should have done 20 years ago.
The Rock smells what you're cooking. Pancakes, Rock, pancakes.
Hold on!
And when that guy brings him a drink, and then Edge spears him into a pool. Oh, let's see if Frollo dies the same way he does in the cartoon.
Oh. He's quoting the Bible. They actually got away with it.
Ooh.
Where did that fire come from?
Quasimodo! Quasi! No!
The entire ground wasn't on fire like 20 seconds earlier.
Michael Bay.
Why not?
Why is there not a fire going on?
Japanese
Where's the
Michael Bay.
CGI? Needs more
Yeah.
CGI.
Shake that camera, make it so I can't tell what's going on.
Shoot it like it's porn.
No, amateur porn.
Quasimodo, you can't let your heart be... I know. I can't blame Frollo for putting walls around me.
Now you just gotta finish it as
It
Riku.
wasn't the walls that were holding
Yeah.
me back. But my heart is free now. I'm ready to really see what's out there.
Okay.
All that time, Quasimodo let himself be trapped inside the nightmares Frollo gave him.
Hypocrite. You are the one who has made your heart a prison.
You again! What are you talking about?
Even if you are not the prisoner.
Huh?
Ah.
Oh, Ollie, the reference is getting to you.
Terranaut.
My heart's a prison?
Not just that, evil then.
Vanitas. Master Xehanort, who had decided to abandon his pupil Ventus on the Destiny Islands. The boy's heart was fractured, useless, but his heart was saved when a new heart found Ventus and helped him fill the void. Several years passed, and Ventus forgot what had happened. He had found a new home in the Land of Departure, a sacred ground defended by a long line of Keyblade Masters. There he met two other youths named Aqua and Terra, and together they trained with Mark Hamill to become Keyblade Masters.
I like how you changed it to Mark Hamill. That really works better.
Both Aqua and Terra should have been named Keyblade Masters, but Master Xehanort intervened, convincing Mark Hamill to test his pupils with a Mark of Mastery examination. While Aqua passed the test, Terra did not, creating a rift between him and his friends. Oh, this is like loads. Not reading the whole thing.
And where did you get Master Xehanort from? It's Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, yep, sorry, my bad. Aqua found
It's
and
a Star Wars,
confronted
Star
Leonard
Trek
Nimoy.
war all over again.
Aqua found and confronted Leonard Nimoy, who had possessed Terra's body. After a long fight, Aqua dove into darkness and sacrificed herself to usher Terra back to the realm of light.
Aqua? Don't you mean
Yeah.
Willa
Oh yeah.
Holland?
That's the way it ended. She sent Terra back to the world of light, but in doing so, she basically unleashed Xehanort on the world accidentally. So she sealed herself in the world of darkness and basically sent Xehanort to fuck up the world. So technically, it was unwilling, but Aqua fucked everybody over.
God damn it, Thea Queen.
Next we've got... Right.
Oh, don't hate Thea.
We've got another Tron level and Prankster's Paradise.
Oh, that's the Pinocchio world.
But
hey,
for
we get to see
now,
Nicole's world.
for now, I'm gonna change back to Riku.
Mm-hmm. Nicole, you've become a real girl.
I'm thinking for like one of the Disney specials we do Pinocchio.
Yeah, it was gonna happen.
Yeah. Have Sally as the blue fairy.
Have Big the Cat as Monstro.
Uh-oh, I made a duty.
Are they going to start turning into Chow instead of donkeys?
Probably.
Like, I mean, say what you will about 3D Sonic, but the Chow Garden in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 was quite a good addition, I thought. I enjoyed that.
Should have been its own game.
Yeah. Would it have sold as its own game, though? Well, I suppose if you made a spin-off game about it after the fact, it would have.
And I do admit I did like Station Square.
Yeah. Don't you mean Robotnik Land?
Yeah.
Like, I love that in that game, Eggman has enlisted what he described as a god of destruction to destroy Station Square, a city that is friggin' tiny. It's like, I think with a god of destruction you can afford to set your aspirations a bit higher.
Definitely.
Well, the God of Destruction thing with Chaos was really an exaggeration more than anything else.
He was.
He wasn't really a god so much as he was just a water creature. He was a mutated Chow, apparently. Canonically, he's just a Chow that mutated.
That's quite a Chow.
Exactly. That's why he got all arsey when the echidnas they just introduced kind of killed a load of them.
So how does he how do the Chaos Emeralds have an effect on him then? Did he make them, or...?
No, the Chaos Emeralds, they've never really... The closest we've got to a history is, again, the Archie comics, because they're the only ones...
Mind you, they have an effect on Sonic as well. Maybe they're just quite...
Sonic is a creature born of... Basically, the reason they affect creatures like Sonic, Knuckles, and others is because they're imbued with Chaos energy. Sonic has basically taken so many of those rings that he's basically absorbed the chaos energy, which is only minute in the rings, but he's collected so many of them in the comic books. He basically got 1 million rings, and the chaos energy of that allowed him to basically permanently absorb them to an extent where he's really powerful. So he can use the chaos emerald. He can use the chaos emerald to boost his form into supersonic. Knuckles can use them to turn into Hyper Knuckles, and Tails can turn into Hyper Tails. Although the Master Emerald turns Knuckles into Enerjack.
Right.
Which basically which actually does turn him into a god that's on the level of killing Supersonic. As in an alternative future, Knuckles, who when he did turn into Enerjack, actually murdered Supersonic and Shadow.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, the comics made Knuckles more powerful than he needed to be, but blame Penders for that. Penders loved the echidnas.
Oh yeah. It was a fetish.
Don't do the fetish thing. I've seen the artwork, the commissions he does for people of fetishizing his characters. I feel so bad for Lien Da.
But it's obvious.
I know, but Lien Da didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve to be tied up and have her feet tickled because it gets Ken Penders off.
Yeah, there are some weird people. And the Sonic fan base is diverse.
Very diverse.
Yeah.
The age group has caused the most problems.
Well, there isn't one. There are many age groups. And
I know, but there's the ones who have grown up with it, and then there's the ones who have come into it recently in the last few years. And the thing is that what the fans grew up with is a completely different thing to what we've got now.
Yeah.
And we've also got the crazy fans. Dear God, do we have the crazy fans?
I think that happens with any property that's around for any length of time.
Well, it's not just that, because the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's explained, because they called the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom toxic, he said every single fandom, no matter what it is, has a toxic side. Unfortunately, these people exist, and there's a guy on YouTube who explains a lot of the fandoms, and he hasn't done anything on Sonic because he's explained that Sonic's too obvious. He's been explaining the more obscure things like the My Little Pony one and the Five Nights at Freddy's one, and he even explained the Steven Universe one to why there was a problem with it. And yeah, when there's people flat out telling people you can't watch the show because we're big fans of the show and we don't deem you worthy enough, you know there's a problem.
Fucking gatekeepers, man.
I know. Well, that's what some of the I mean, I stay out of the Sonic fandom now when I can.
Right. I went across that bridge already. Like, do I go back to the cathedral now?
I don't know, I think so. Because no matter what innocent thing you try to do, someone is going to have a problem with it. All they did at one point was ask this. IDW asked this one question: out of every Sonic verse you follow, who is your favourite character? I explained who my favourite character was, and instantly everyone went. Maybe a few people went completely crazy. Because she's not in the video game. The character I liked isn't in the video games, so therefore I'm a no. Oddly enough, the Sally fandom has got its own shit going on with the Sonic fanbase, but I liked Nicole the Lynx. I gave my reasons to why I liked the character, because I liked the development that originally she was a computer, and was more, had no emotion, then developed one and actually became one of the smarter characters. While I do like Sally and Bunny and even Antoine, I've got a soft spot for Antoine and his whole Frenchedness.
Yeah.
Honestly, nothing will beat him being tortured for vital information by them cooking food wrong. Well, cooking French cuisine wrong. You're a monster! What are you doing? I'm going to cook it with butter? No. Margarine! I just love it. He was going to break and give vital information away to Robotnik, all because Snively cooks the food, the French cuisine wrong. Intentionally. Oh god, no.
He was cooking escargot with margarine.
Oh god, the monster. But I've also had, but also of course, when someone asked who the favourite ships were, and I said I prefer Sonic and Sally, and obviously that got the Amy Rose fangirls mad. And then one of them privately messaged me and went, "Why don't you like Amy?" I went, "I do. I don't hate Amy the character. I hate Sega's portrayal because they always just portray her as some kind of sociopath." I mean, hell, this morning they did that National Women's Day thing, and someone actually did put up a thing going, you do realise that what National Women's Day is meant to do, and that the way you portray Amy actually denotes everything about strong female characters. In fact, the two strongest female characters that Sega own in the Sonic universe, they don't do anything with. Because you can't.
Oh, happy International Women's Day, everyone. There is one, it's November 19th, and you never notice.
Ha! Well. So yeah, I simply said I like the. I said I don't really think Sonic works in a relationship sometimes, but if there is one, I stick it with Sally because if I ship anyone, I like them to have chemistry.
Yeah.
Chemistry is a very important thing. That's how my marriage works, and that's how most good relationships tends to work. So that's why I like that. I said I don't, and then when they asked why I don't like the Amy one, I said they don't. What do they have? I said really look at their relationship. If we're going to count Sonic CD as canon, Sonic spent less than 2 minutes with Amy and didn't say a word to her. And he only spoke to her because she stalked him and then got kidnapped by Metal Sonic. And then the next time she sees him is Sonic Adventure, and that's the first time they ever speak. That's not really anything to build a relationship off. Plus, she's kind of a child. I don't really ship children and adults together.
Yeah.
It's rogue. Though I also had to throw in Bunny and Antoine's relationship. It has to be done. A Frenchman and a southerner, a southerner. And I do love that they spend so much time trying to erase that whole "the South shall rise again" crap. The South shall rise again. Oh, and also Lupe. They, technically speaking, Sega still own Lupe the Wolf. I'm not sure if they would ever use her out of bad taste.
Why is that? I'm not familiar.
Lupe is basically a Native American.
Ah.
Well, her entire character, at least when she was created in the Satire cartoon, was that her entire tribe were basically Native American wolves. Complete with the whole tossing spears and everything you'd expect with them. So even when they tried to make modern versions of Mobius, they still stayed relatively the same as those kind of people. Which wasn't bad. And at least the cartoon explained Sonic's love of chili dogs. Uncle Chuck.
For the Pinocchio one.
Yeah. Nicole's going to be in Pinocchio, isn't she?
Yes.
I know it's obvious, but I know the joke for a long time was just going to be that Sonic keeps making fun of Nicole because she's basically an artificial intelligence, so Pinocchio jokes are basically going to be the norm.
Mm.
And the fact that her dad acts like Geppetto.
Yeah. We'll have Sally as the Blue Fairy.
That makes way too much sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
Big the Cat as Monstro.
Oh, God. Is he going to shit himself?
Yes.
Uh-oh, I made a duty. Oh, God. So, Big's going to eat... Well, eat people, basically.
Yeah.
Let's
see,
Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw the thing. I saw the Echidna Day one thing again.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's still as funny now as when you first showed it. Sonic being extremely racist. Complete with Echidna face.
Echidna Day just makes me think of Groundhog Day.
It's literally just like an Echidna Appreciation Festival, because in this universe, even though the comic always portrayed them more as Mexicans, in our universe, the Echidnas are basically the equivalent of what black people are in the real world.
Well, I like to think of them as like a mix of cultures.
It makes sense, but the whole point is that Sonic's doing the equivalent of blackface, just because he doesn't understand he's being racist and singing slave songs.
Yeah.
And the fact that Tikal is an old woman who can only communicate through mumbling that they somehow are able to translate.
Yeah.
So we have got to bring back Dimitri.
Yeah.
This isn't a kangaroo court. Good, hate the hopping bastards. Oh, and that Dr. Quack is basically a massive fucking horrible bastard of a doctor. I don't remember the early stuff we did with him. Didn't he like cut off someone's life support machine to plug his phone in?
Yeah.
It's sad because in the comics Dr. Quack is actually a good doctor. And we've turned him into a bastard.
All the things I'm gonna do to the Nintendo characters.
I already loved what you're doing with Mario and making Luigi out to be more sympathetic of the character.
Well,
just that
he
Mario's retarded. Well, it's just that in our version, Mario's retarded. and all Luigi seems to do is try to clear up his mess, like his obsession with jumping on people's pets.
Yeah. And
Ollie, that's
Peach.
one of yours. It's one of yours. Stop trying to kill your own.
Yeah. And Peach is actually an intelligent woman.
I can see that.
And she's not really dating Mario.
He just thinks he is.
Yeah. It's Daisy who's the dumb one.
Hey Ollie, looks like you're getting a Super Smash Brothers on the Switch.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Is it a port of the Wii U one?
I don't know.
I'll take a port of the Wii U one. It had Cloud in it.
Yeah.
Or it could be an entirely new one.
Smash Brothers is Smash Brothers.
I'm still going to say it. Malay.
Yeah. It's the best one.
I just hope in the next one put Simon Belmont in it.
You just want the Nintendo. You don't understand, Ollie. He doesn't want the good one. He just wants the Captain N version.
Captain N.
They will never do they will never bring Captain N back. You know why? Because it was a shitty show.
It's like The Room of computer game based cartoons.
I mean, it's basically an abomination to every single sense known to man.
Yes, but people still love it.
I don't know how anyone could bad it's good kind of thing. It's more, I'm uncomfortable looking at this.
Speaking of, have you seen The Disaster Artist?
Not yet. I've read the book.
I love that I've subjected Liz to a review of The Room and that's all she needs to see. Like, I don't want to see this, any more of this. I've been to hell, and it's called The Room. It is
right, I'm gonna get back to the square. Yeah, that was in the thing. When the old actress asks about the breast cancer thing and like why it's never brought up again. So does this come? It's twist. Wait, so it never comes back? Yeah, she mentions that she has breast cancer once, and it's just never brought up again.
That's stupid. No, it's twist.
It's twist.
So yeah, Captain N is basically cartoon The Room.
Tommy was so wants to make a Star Wars movie.
They're bringing Fractured Butthole to the Switch as well.
Can I be honest with you? I don't care. It's like the first South Park game, like I was really hyped for, and it was amazing. But I don't have that level of enthusiasm for the follow-up. I've not even been motivated to pick it up on the PS4.
Hey, Ollie, look at this.
And I don't know why.
Yearly salary of the WWE directive staff, Vincent Mann, Triple H, 2 co-presidents, and Kevin Dunn. Together, they make $12,524,000. And Brock Lesnar makes $12 million a year. So Brock Lesnar makes more money than Kevin Dunn, Triple H, and Vince McMahon put together.
For like an hour of ring time.
Yeah.
Total.
Well, Vince makes about makes $3 million a year, apparently.
Yeah.
Kevin Dunn makes $2 million, so he's down this year, thank God. Triple H makes $3,223,000.
Yeah.
Wow. Kevin Dunn definitely has pictures of Vince McMahon naked or something. Oh god, Ollie, there's a t-shirt on Shark Robot of All Might. And there's like the full-grown version of him, and then there's like the skinny version wearing the same suit underneath him that says, I am here.
No, I don't think Vince McMahon would allow himself to be blackmailed. He'd turn the naked pictures into an angle, make money off it, and then fire Kevin Dunn on the spot for even thinking about trying to blackmail him.
Vince's net worth now is $1.8 billion US.
We'll see we'll see whether that holds after the whole XFL thing.
Well, I hope that when Triple H takes the company and he gets rid of Kevin Dunn and hires someone more competent. and then makes Kevin Dunn fight for his job. You want your job? Go in the parking lot. Okay, here's the guy who's replacing you. But that's a hobo with dementia. I know. Now, just stand here and they like tie a raw piece of steak around Kevin Dunn's neck. What are you doing? Nothing, nothing. It's inspiration for the fight. Now go fight your replacement. I'm gonna use your head as a toilet. Glasses Kevin Dunn in the throat. Pulls his teeth out. Here is the new here's his replacement, Hobo Joe. Blah, beans and such.
Hobo Joe. Ooh. He shot King Ross.
Oh, WWE just released NXT superstar Abby Laith. I don't know who that is.
Where is the square? Which way
Also
am I gonna friggin' go?
I don't know. Oh yeah, it's now official. The Queen is now the third most influential woman in all of the United Kingdom. Well, at least according to a poll. So, yeah. Behind two Scottish politicians.
Yeah, where's Theresa May on the list? Is she even on it?
I don't know. I don't think I don't know where she is. Oh. Okay, this is a name out of the past. Ian, guess who's just been announced for the Hall of Fame? You'll probably know this one.
Who?
Hillbilly Jim.
Yay! It's long overdue.
Don't go messing with the country boy. Country boy, country boy. Don't go messing with the country boy. Don't mess with the country boy. The only time I've ever seen him wrestle is at WrestleMania 17, when he's in the gimmick Battle Royal.
Yeah, that's great, but when's Jimmy Wang Yang gonna get his due in the Hall of Fame?
Ollie, he's not getting in before Jethro Goddamn Holiday.
Fair. I'll not have you sully the good name of Jethro Holiday.
Roman Reigns just defeated John Cena for the 8th straight time at a live event.
Aren't live events basically reruns of each other these days anyway?
They are. Their house show attendance is now the lowest it's ever been.
Ever?
Oh yeah. We're looking at 1995 almost 1995 levels of bad. What the world looks like to Mike Pence.
Yeah.
It's got a thing saying reality shows two people getting married. Well, two gay people getting married. From Mike Pence's perspective, there's two demons dressed up in BDSM gear holding dildos. We must corrupt the children with our deviant choices. Let's go to the wrong bathroom. I shouldn't laugh. It's so fucking stupid.
Oh, I was just looking at an old picture.
Yeah.
The one with Robotnik as a train.
I still like this idea that that every time Ollie will drop his phone, Robotnik will turn up in that little truck thing from the second game, and have an obsession with running, crushing your phone, yes, crushing your phone, crushing your phone, yeah, gonna crush your phone. That's now all I hear every time I play Sonic 2 now.
And then I'm just standing there.
It's up there.
Well within distance of doing something about it, but I'm just going, no!
Wait.
Yes, and then Robotnik turns up.
Thanks, but stay with her.
One bright morning, the Fat Controller was quite cross. I will have none of this chuffing about, bragging about the size of your genitalia, especially in front of the children. Listen, you plasticine peon, shouted Robotnik. If you ever to me again, I shall have you thrown on the tracks. Run your bloated body over. Run your bloated body over and crush your innards out like you're a tube of toothpaste.
It's Pingus Robotnik, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I guess you three got this covered.
What is this?
How would you know?
It's that
You don't have any legs.
Robotnik as a train.
Yeah, but give me a break. This is vigorous speech.
I'll send you the picture.
Here comes some more.
In fact, I'll put it on the shared post.
You plasticine peon.
Here we go.
Okay, that's that. Ping, 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 fingers. Ping, 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 fingers. Ping, ping, ping. Okay, one bright morning the Fat Controller was quite cross. Oh, that fellow was chuffing about, bragging about the size of your genitalia, especially in front of the children. Listen, you plasticine peon, shouted Robotnik. If you ever lecture me again, I shall have you thrown on the tracks. Run your bloated body over and crush your innards out like a tube of toothpaste.
Is this a comic?
It's a picture. Oh, there's a picture up here. I've just seen of Robotnik with on the body of Thomas chasing Mario. And then there's a picture of him on his computer going 300 piles of spam.
Oh, here's one of Robotnik as the Cheshire Cat.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Theodore Roosevelt, I'm sure, is very happy about all this.
It vanished quite slowly, beginning with the end of the tail, ending with the pingus, which remained sometime after the rest of it had gone. Plasticine peon.
There's a picture of him on the Obama sack thing going pink. Oh God, there's one of him in a bunny suit and it's horrible to look at.
Let it burn. The flames will consume.
And I mean a Playboy bunny
everything.
suit.
You see? This is the power that has been granted to me.
I see a sad old man with a dark heart.
Again, you are wrong. Now you will be judged, just like the rest.
Thank you for my 5,000 viewers for showing how much you appreciate my super pingus, I mean intelligence. Remember to always buy new shoes in the afternoon after your feet have expanded.
Well, that was a little more dark than I'm used to.
You're Ansem. Why are you here?
Your best friend is never far.
So sad. The cost of yielding to the darkness.
Answer.
You could write a book
Why are
about
you
that.
here?
But I
Your
embrace
best
the
friend
darkness.
is never far.
And unless you hurry up and learn to do the same, your story will end just
Double O
like
Hedgehog Gold
I walked
Pingus.
the road to dawn.
Still afraid of the dark, I see.
Pingus to Robotnik Boogaloo.
Wait! He thinks I'm afraid of the dark? No. Not while I have the Keyblade. It will guide me to the light.
Oh! I didn't know you could do that. Right, so Riku can inexplicably fly now.
Basically.
Set another one.
Oh, bugger. Right, well I know that now, so let's try this again.
The bleach, it does nothing.
Oh, you're riding the heat blast from the flames below. Yeah, that's,
okay, why not?
Pretty cool.
Get a load
Heat
of
rises
heat. Oh.
after all.
Oh, Ian, what the hell is wrong with... You know, never mind. He just made the Rouge the Bat more relevant for the next 20 minutes.
What happened?
All they just put a picture. He's basically put a picture up that's got Robotnik dressed up in Rouge the Bat's outfit, and she's screaming, "The bleach, it does nothing."
Hey.
Maximum HP, new drop bonuses, and your kitten is alive.
That was a much more enjoyable boss fight on the whole, I reckon.
I miss Frollo.
Well, he's dead now. Chronicle, Kingdom Hearts. Sora, Riku, and Kairi had always dreamed of the outside world. On a beach in the Destiny Islands, the three friends began building a raft. One day, a stranger in a brown robe. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Something about he's Like,
Turning
Riku
out
could-
keys and various interpretations of doors.
Yes, Riku couldn't find his keys, so... Yada da da. Fuck it. Ugh.
Master Frollo, he made me live inside the bell tower. The real walls were the ones I built around my heart. You helped me see that. Riku.
God damn it, Ian.
I was speaking from personal experience.
I'd say you still keep a lot locked inside.
We all do that sometimes. There are just some things we need to keep separate from the world at large. At least until we have time to figure them out.
I know the road my heart walks.
You know what would be annoying?
What?
Various things, but go
You
on.
haven't forgotten.
The keyhole appears, he's about to shoot, but then he switches out with Sora before he could.
Oh.
Oh, that would just be
could always
dick
be
move.
To bring us back.
Yeah.
Got it memorized?
Best friends forever.
I want some of that sea salt ice cream.
What happened to me?
I wonder what salt on ice cream would be like.
Apparently it's quite nice.
That's me.
I mean, I've had salted caramel ice cream.
Alias. Heaven. Yenzo.
Hmm.
That's actually lovely.
We are people again.
Bring me the creature
Oh,
that
wow.
drew this
But only the
cartoon.
ones who joined the organization here.
What,
I
you
guess
just,
saying
what, you
it
notice that
doesn't
Axel
count.
isn't wearing eyeliner anymore?
Wear a break and Isa.
Chronicle 358 over 2 days. Right, so they're people again now.
Basically, their Heartlesses were already destroyed somehow, and their Nobodies were destroyed, so that means that they come back as people.
Yeah. Well, the Heartless were basically destroyed with Kingdom Hearts at the end of 2, weren't they? So, and their Nobodies, well, Sora took care of that.
Yeah.
Right, so, Pinocchio or Tron?
What do you think, Ian? Pinocchio or Tron?
I don't mind.
Then let's go with Pinocchio.
Alright, Pinocchio it is. Gonna start as Riku, because why not?
Why not?
Oh, we're in Monstro already. Okay.
Pinocchio! Son! Where have you run off to?
Isn't that Geppetto? Then this must be...
Right, let's have a look at spirits. Oh, I can make a great one. Right, what should I call him?
I don't know.
Fuzz muffin.
I'm just thinking of pickles for some reason. Go ahead. Go and play with your pickle. Well, thank God we don't have to deal with a pickle man.
I'm drawing a blank on a name for this one.
What about Barry?
Alright, Barry.
Oh, but she is on my list of people to kill. My name is Barry. I'm aware of the rules, Stan. But play the card!
What's the matter?
Huh? Goodness, who are you?
Riku.
Oh, Riku, you poor lad. Seems you were swallowed up by Monstro just like the rest of us. My name is Geppetto, and I'm looking for my son Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's gone missing?
I'm afraid so.
You become a real boy.
I found him here in the whale, but then he ran off again to who knows where.
That sounds kind of familiar. Mr. Geppetto, let me go look for your son.
You would do that? Thank you. Are you sure?
Yeah. Leave it to me.
Did you say you were really going to help us find Pinocchio?
Jiminy?
Huh? That's right. Name's Jiminy.
Plasticine peon.
Shucks.
No.
Well, that controller was an asshole.
Yeah.
You say so. Anyway, Pinocchio comes first.
Right. Any idea where he went?
Well, I'm almost certain he wandered off with a stranger.
Can you describe him?
I remember he was dressed in a black coat.
A black coat?
Oh,
He's back
for
again.
God's sake. It's Ansem again.
Thanks.
You thought it would be someone else, but it was I.
But it was I! Ansem! Oh god, 2 videos and, you know, already 2, you know, JoJo references.
Yep. Solid. Who's been gobbing in my lentils? Bruce, but you're not in the party right now.
Oh god, there's Goofy dressed up as JoJo. There's one simple reason why you lost to me, Mickey. One simple reason. You darn tootin' peeved me off. Get your...
Pinocchio!
Danny!
Let him go now!
Thank goodness. Are you all right?
Jiminy Cricket was so smart, he would have seen that windshield coming.
Fine. Sorry, Jiminy. I messed up
Oh god, I've got the meme up now. You expected a new and original character, but it was I, Dio.
Just might be finally starting to learn.
Then it's been turned into other things like, you thought it was legendary, but it was I, Dodrio. Who's that Pokemon? You thought it was Pikachu, but it was I, Dio.
Well, that's...
Live and breathe.
That was my dark side.
Then I've rejected my humanity while he's holding a piece of pizza.
It's chased me around in one form or another. The Seeker of Darkness who stole my body. A puppet replica of the shadows.
You expected some nudes, but it was I, Dio.
Gee, Ryu, don't you have a Jiminy like I do? He's my conscience. He's taught me all kinds of important
You can't say he's got a bigger dick if you steal his dick and then there's Dio impaling his own head on his finger.
You can't shoulder all your problems alone, you know. You must have somebody. A friend you can talk to?
Yeah. Actually, I do. That stupid grin he's always wearing. He's the best teacher I could ever have.
Gee whiz! I wish I had lots of good friends.
You will, Pinocchio. More than you can count.
What now? Is something in there? Pinocchio, Jiminy, you should head back. I'll see what's shaking things up.
Okay.
Chronicle Chain of Memories. Skip.
Chain of goddamn memories.
Well, here's a one with Dio, the sombrero and a taco and a mustache. It says, "It was me, Diego."
I've also got that one that has someone licking someone's face and going, "This is it, the taste of a liar."
You were expecting a meme, but it was me, Dio. You expected a healer or second tank, but it was me, Hanzo.
Oh. Nearly drop out time.
Indeed.
How dare you? You shouldn't think about dropping out.
I think about dropping out every day. I mean, this year has dragged out all the interest I had in pursuing an academic career.